I want to call it Caleb Marshall Live. I also thought about calling it Caleb Marshall in real life. But I think simultaneously it's like odd because we're not like we're doing this series and we're like doing something new for the both of us. So as much as I would love for this to be like real life, this is you're getting to see like me and the writing process. You're getting to see like how I move and how I operate. It's just like really not. This isn't every day for me, you know?
I guess we'll start with the most basic. Who are you?
That is a good question. And I think it's one that I'm trying to figure out every day. But I don't know, you know? And I think like that's the beauty of your youth and your being naive is you get to figure that out along the way. And I think like that's part of what I'm looking to do here is like almost like a hopefully the most healthy part of like a parasitic coexistence is like along with this like doing the art and doing like this other piece of art for content or doing it to grow like a connection with an audience. Like I'm learning about myself and I'm hoping to figure out like who I am as an artist.
I think maybe through this, you'll be able to talk your way into the answer
That's
to that
probably
question.
true. Yeah, that is probably true.
The more we film, the more things will reveal themselves.
Little Beyblade with little Beyblade responses.
Let her rip.
Exactly.
What inspires you?
I think right now it's pain. Right now it is negative emotions that I felt, and maybe it's something wrong with my brain that I just don't know how to fully process them and put them into like real guy sentences. But it works really well for me to put it into a poem, to put it into a song, and to create like this soundtrack to my pain in a way. And I know that sounds like very nihilistic and sad boy hours, but I don't know, man. I like creating things that make me feel happy, because that's the other thing too is like I've just been thinking a lot about like what it is that I do and what the impact is that I'm going to have, that I hope to have. And I would love for it to be in like positivity. I would love for somebody to be able to hear a song by Caleb Marshall, to hear a noise, a track, a lyric, and like feel seen, feel loved, feel inspired. But I don't know like if that comes from pain.
I think it can. I mean, I think of myself and I think of the music that's helped me through the times in my life when like things were low. And I think a lot of that is like, you know, there's something to be said about not like sitting in it and not like letting yourself, you know, fall into the music and start to like take on those emotions yourself. But I think there's comfort in that and like it's like feeling seen, like you said. So I think that that canvas is like very relatable. The idea of pain is very relatable for a lot of people. So I think that, I mean, that definitely will help people. I'm sure it does help people. I mean, already.
Thank you.
But, I mean, going on from that, like, what's like the main driver for you to keep putting out music? Because I know, like, in the beginning, as an artist, it's hard to feel like it's going anywhere sometimes, because the numbers aren't, you know, the numbers aren't what you see other people
on the internet.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's just that it's like, you know, it's that comparison trap that you get into. So what is it that keeps you coming back to recording, to writing, to doing this, to like putting together this like whole new artistic expression through a visual format? I mean, what is it that keeps you going with it that's, you know, outside of the numbers or like the promise of fame? Like what's the underlying driver for you?
Yeah. I think deep down, I feel like if I don't do it, it will kill me. My, you know how like people always tell that tale? They're like, well, I could have went pro. I could have played here,
Would
but
have
I
went
had that
state.
injury. Yeah, I could have went state, but the accident.
Yeah. My knee.
I don't want to. I don't want to be the one who has a tale to tell,
Yeah.
and like the only reason I didn't make it is because I chose not to.
Yeah.
You know,
It's in front of you.
it's like the opportunity, especially right now. Like speaking to artists or anybody who wants to create anything, it's like right now in 2023, in the year we're living in, there's no better time to sit down and like chase after the things that you want, because they're literally like, it's just like one day's worth of hard work away from you.
Yeah.
Like you wake up every morning, and that's the thing. It's like that's what drives me, is the idea that if I don't do this, I will regret it till the day I die.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'd be able to live without it.
Yeah. So speaking of your most recent release, Naked in the Snow, what was kind of the inspiration behind that track? What made you write that song?
The photo we took, like
Should we tell the story?
2-3 years ago. Oh yeah.
Should we tell the story?
Yeah. It had snowed like the one night. It was February 2nd, I remember, because the original draft of Naked in the Snow like included that. I was like, how crazy would it be to have this photo that's just me sitting in the snow, like just in my like underwear and boots? Like how crazy would that be? And you were like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. Like I think you were kind of just letting me cook. You had no idea what I was really on. I was on PCP is what I was on. So we pull off on this random road one night. I was like, we got to find a yard where there's like nobody going to be watching us, watching me just strip down and get in the snow. So we find this yard. And I was like, all right, this is it. We're going to pull up on the side of the road. And we threw the hazard lights on, which is really funny too.
We were so worried.
Because we were trying like not to catch attention, and then we just threw on the hazards, which immediately catches everybody's attention. I hop out of the car, strip down, throw the clothes in the car. I sit down in the snow. I'm like, all right, bro, take the picture. You wind it up, take the photo. And that ended up being the album cover for Naked in the Snow, which is beautiful. And like that's like what it all amounted to, you know? If I had to have 27 captures on a disposable film camera to get one album cover, then screw it, dude. We're doing it. We're doing it live. And yeah, so pretty much the song was inspired by that photo. It was inspired, like the idea. I guess there's a lot going on there. It's very physical, like real life for me. A lot of the elements in that song. Simultaneously, it's like this metaphysical like story world universe I've created. And so the idea of like being naked in the snow, metaphorically or however you want to talk about it, is when you're all alone. You know, when it's like, I don't want to be alone because I'm naked in the snow. And it's you're stripped down of like everything that makes you comfortable. You're removed from your companionships, your friendships. You're removed from relationships, from individuals that make you feel warm, from spaces where you feel like you belong. And at the bottom of that hole, you're really just sitting there naked in the snow.
Yeah.
And I think like that, for me at the time, was really like a cry for help. You know, it's like, I don't want to be alone right now.
Yeah.
Because I am naked in the snow.
Yeah.
What I want the merch to be is almost like this resolve of that cry for help. It's like no longer am I sitting naked in the snow. It's like this hoodie, this beanie, this warm weather or cold weather wear, whatever, is like a reminder to us all that like companionship is like nearby, that like help is on the way, that like we're never really alone.
So what's next? What's the next thing? What's the next step in the overall journey as an artist? What's next musically? What's next artistically? What can we expect?
first off, we've got these live versions that I want to start doing. Um, I want to do this series. I want us to, like I said before, like really get to know each other. I just want to continue to grow, like as an artist, as an individual, as somebody who, whether I like it or not, I have like a certain number of people who listen to what I have to say, and that has like a effect, on people's psyche. And I don't like want to take that lightly. So I want to make sure like what I do and what I say is real and valuable.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I just want to continue to grow. I want to continue to get to know like my people. And I think like that's why I want you in this too. Like that's why I really appreciate your friendship. And there's nobody else I'd really rather have on this documentary series with me. Because like you know when I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like when I'm lying. And you like above anybody else can like get me to kind of come out of my shell. I don't think there's anybody else I'd like be as comfortable with opening up in front of a camera with. So thank you for being willing to do this.
Yeah, of course. I think that it's just like a new expression of, the journey. And I think that's the thing. It's like your journey as an artist, I think like in the way that you write, it speaks to me personally, probably because we've known each other for so long, but I think like it's telling a lot of people's stories, like everything front to back, like regardless of the songs or the shows or these, live sessions, like whatever it is. It's just kind of a continuation of this story that like I'm watching unfold. I don't know. I'm learning a lot already from it. And I think like as time goes on, like this is the first one. And as time goes on, there's going to be a lot more to learn. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. And I have him in a 360 deal. So I get like 92% of all earnings off of the streams. He signed it. Dotted line.
Earlier, whenever I said I was an independent artist, that was a lie.
It's not true.
I signed a deal with the pale-faced devil.
I own him. I own everything. Everything he's doing.
He's off camera right now. You can't really see him, but he's giving me the finger and he's showing me his bare bottom.
It's true. I can do that. It was in the contract. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Caleb Marshall Fogelman performing Naked in the Snow.
This is the end. Could you spare me one more night not being alone? 'Cause I don't wanna end it like this. Could you give me just one more kiss? Blood on our hands and I'm stripped, laying down where the grass is. Even though I said I'd be better off without you. You said you'd be better off without me too. But I think we're just both scared of being alone, not having anyone to hold, not having anyone to keep us from getting cold. I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna be alone. I'm naked in the snow. Yeah, I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna be alone. 'Cause I'm naked in the snow. I'm sorry that I broke your pain. She told me to, and I just wasn't thinking straight. I'm sure there's things you've gotten rid of, just like I'm sure there's things that that you can't forget. And even though I say I'd be better off without you, and you say you'd be better off without me too, but I think we're just both scared of being alone, not having anyone to hold, not having anyone to keep us from getting cold. I don't wanna be alone, I don't wanna be alone, 'cause I'm naked in the snow, and I don't wanna be alone, I don't wanna be alone, 'cause I'm naked in the snow. How's it look? You think it sells?
They're not ready for it yet. Your kids are gonna love
Sick.